Hey team, today we're going to learn about finding the least common multiple. We're going to be using something called the bubble method for this. So, definition, the least common multiple is the smallest value that is a multiple of two or more numbers. Here I've made lists of the multiples of 2. Of course it would continue on forever in this direction, but just the first 6 multiples of 2, first 5 multiples of 3. And we're looking for the least common multiple between the two of them. Now, making a list is a way that will work, but sometimes it can become very long and tedious if the numbers you're dealing with are very large, or the numbers just don't share a lot of common multiples. So I wouldn't always recommend this method, but if you're in a pinch, it will work. And you can just see that 6 is the lowest number that these two share. It is the least common multiple. Instead of the list method, I like to use a method that is commonly referred to as the bubble method, and I like to think of it as party time or making sure everyone gets invited to the party. And I realize that might sound a little strange, so let me show you what I mean. Basically, we're thinking of this, we're trying to find the least common multiple of 8 and 6, and we're going to think of it as making sure all the prime factors get invited to the party. So the first thing we have to do is factor these out into their prime factors. If you need help with this, go back and watch the video on prime factorization. We're going to make sure we circle all of our prime factors once we find them. And now we got to make sure all these factors get invited to the party. So let's start up here with this 2. The thing to notice, this is very important, is that we also have a 2 over here. So we are going to not invite that 2 twice. We're going to cross them both out and just send one invitation for that 2. Then we're going to send another invitation for this 2, which doesn't have a match over here. Doesn't have a match, which is fine. That's no problem. Send another invitation for this 2. And then send an invitation for this 3. All the prime factors got invited. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 3 is 24. So the least common multiple of 8 and 6 is 24. If you need to watch that section again, rewind it about a minute and a half and watch it once more. If you're feeling really confident, you can pause it here and try to find the least common multiple of these two numbers on your own, 12 and 4. Here's an interesting example. We're going to factor 12 out as 3 times 4, and of course 4 is 2 times 2. We're going to make sure we circle all of our prime factors. And now, time to start sending invitations to the party. 3 is going to come, doesn't have a match over here, no problem. 3 gets invited. This 2 gets invited. We don't want to invite it twice, so we'll cross it out over there as well. Now this 2 gets invited, and we don't want to invite it twice, so we'll cross it out over there as well. And now we see 3 times 2 is 6, times 2 is 12. The least common multiple of these two numbers is just 12. And that makes sense because 12 times 1 is 12, and 4 times 3 is 12. So we see that it is, in fact, a common multiple of both numbers. And here's one you're going to do on your own. Find the least common multiple of 10 and 4. I've also included a few other problems to hopefully challenge you some. Thanks a lot. Take care.